Hey guys, welcome back. Now we got to get into this BS interview that Carlos King did with this Chantel Christie. When I tell you that was the dumbest interview that I've saw in a minute, and then it's titled accountability, when this woman took no accountability. And it's very sad though, Chantel, because now people really hate your ass. At first they probably gave you the benefit of the doubt, but for you to bring your thick neck on to somebody else's show and take no accountability and further drag your mother, girl, we do not like you. Okay, Chantel, get the F out of here and don't bring your ass back. Okay, but one thing that was good out of this interview is she confirmed she is fired, like I told y'all, and the hoe won't be back, and I'm glad. So let's get into it.
She don't miss on lock, spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha,
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
And y'all, let me just get into it because I just have no place in my heart for disrespectful speech. I just don't. And especially when it comes to your parents, because let me tell you something, nobody on the face of this earth had a perfect childhood. It don't happen. Nobody's done that. But I tell you this, she had a lot more than a lot of people have had, and to continually drag your mother as if it's going to fix the situation, girl, you are getting on my damn nerve. And let me just be clear, it really seems like this girl hates her mother and wants exactly what her mother has, because there's no way in hell that your father is an angel but your mama is the devil, because it don't work like that. So it's really crazy that her father is an angel, but her mama is full of the devil. Now, I'm not saying that, Jackie was no perfect person and did not make mistakes, but girl, do you have any mercy for your own mother? I'm sure she has grace and mercy for you, but for you to continually come on these platforms and drag your mama, you look like a damn fool. And to be all honest, I really truly believe that this girl has stole her sister's story. I believe, yes, she probably was raised in a toxic environment. I mean, some of us all was raised in some damn toxic environments, especially if you're older like me. But the simple fact that this hoe is only 32 years old and she's complaining, and then have the nerve to say that she feel like she don't have to respect her mother because she doesn't feel like she was respected. I can't take this girl. I cannot take her. And furthermore, I believe now people just hate her. I mean, it's just, she just does not know when to start or when to stop. I'm sorry. The notes that I have taken, I'm trying to read them, go over them, and it just doesn't look good for her. So at this point, the only thing good that came out of this interview is that this lady is not coming back. I feel like she's in some kind of competition with her mother. To y'all, the interview was terrible. The girl said she is the only basketball wife on the show because her husband that she only been with for damn 2 weeks. I mean, she ain't been with him literally 2 weeks, but y'all know what I mean. I'm the only basketball wife because my dad is a coach. Girl, your dad is a coach. That's better than a damn basketball wife. And you want to make it seem like you better than everybody on the show. Girl, if you don't get your little retarded out of here. And that is no dig to people who may be retarded, but y'all get what I'm saying. This girl is getting on my nerve. But y'all, let's get into this part because this is the only part that I really liked, because it told me this hooker is not coming back. Now let's get into this little snippet courtesy of Carlos King.
Wants to talk to you. I'm assuming a lot of people reach out to you.
A lot. TMZ, Shade Room, any news site that you can think of.
Now, do y'all see how this slow girl is gloating. Oh, everybody reached out to me. TMZ, Shade Room.
That reached out, and the majority of them, they wanted me to be in LA. They wanted me to come out there, and I told them, that's not where I'm based anymore. Like, when this show was done filming, I moved away, and I was like, I washed my hands of it.
She moved away. She washed her hand of it. I'm so glad that this girl will not be coming back. She is a handful. She is a handful. And you know what? The Bible, and I don't want to get into the Bible, but let's just reference it real quick. The Bible says that these days are going to come. I believe, here's the deal. Jackie was raised, her mother, I think they said she had 9 kids. Jackie's mother probably did the best she can. They said that they had to hustle. They said Jackie was in foster care. So if you really think about it, by Jackie being in foster care and being able to change her life the way that she did, you got to get that woman a pat on her back. Now, she made mistakes, but by my God, I mean, give the lady some kind of credit. Think about it. Back in those days, people wasn't going to therapy. She has her own trauma. Give your mother some grace. Give her some grace. I mean, all of this dragging and, here's the deal, y'all. This girl took no accountability. Okay. None. All I wanted her to say was that I shouldn't have pushed my mom, and oh my God, y'all, this is bad. This girl is also a liar. She also goes into saying that Jackie didn't really touch her. So I'm just like, bitch, what? So first of all, y'all, this is too much. So what I'm going to do, we're going to have to jump on live and talk about this because it's too much. But one of the things that I love is that she ain't bringing her crazy self back. She said so many things, y'all, that my head was like, what? Then said she had an aneurysm before, and basically Jackie tried to kill her because Jackie tried to hit her in her head. And then I'm like, wait a minute, girl, you just said that Jackie didn't really hit you, that it was more like a push, or it's just like, this girl is crazy. She is very much like her mother. But the problem here is, when it's a mother and a daughter situation, somebody got to step down, and it should always be the daughter. You are not equal to your mother. You're not better than your mother, and you are not above your mother. And that seems to be her problem. She thinks that she's superior than her own mother. She thinks by her being on this show, and because she's actually married to some rookie basketball player, that she's the basketball wife, because Jackie is not really a basketball wife, because Doug is actually a coach. And here's my thing with Carlos King. Carlos, I like you, but why the hell do you sit back and just look, but you got the words all over your face? Stop being scared of these people that you call on your platform because you're afraid to say something because you don't want to make them feel a certain kind of way. F the way they feel. If you are going to do interviews, you must ask the questions, because you were sitting there and she was saying all of this crazy stuff, and I could tell you had it all on your face, but you didn't want to say it because you didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable. People should not come on platforms if they don't want to talk about the real issues. She said so many things that I was just like, what the hell is she talking about? This girl has some serious problems. So, I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Again, I'm not saying that Jackie is perfect, but the fact of the matter is, this girl feels like she has no responsibility to respect her own damn mother. And then to go on to say, based on, her age group, they do things differently. What? This girl is way too much. And I feel like Jackie needs to continue to live her life and cut her off. Let this hoe take her kids and let them go somewhere else. Because listen, she is miserable. She appears to not even like her mother. And the first thing that comes to my mind, I think that she really wants her mother's life. Because what she did say on Carlos King's show is did y'all realize the only thing that she apologized for was what she said about their marriage? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So it seems like since she involved her dad, she wanted to apologize for that part. But it just goes to show how this girl is extremely creepy. And if y'all listen, here's another thing now. I'm speculating here. Do y'all recall she made it seem like her and her mother hadn't been in a good place for about 5, maybe 6 years? Do y'all realize that's about the time frame that Takari said that her and her mother was working on their relationship? Now, I don't know if that's a coincidence, but I'm going to tell y'all this. This interview she did with Carlos King made her look even more foolish because, listen, I'm going to even put myself out there. I have not had the greatest relationship with my mother, and she gets on my nerves a lot of times. But let me tell you something, honey. You will not disrespect her. I'm not going to disrespect her. And that's just that. So the fact that this lady has no respect for her mother, I don't like her. It's just, how do you teach somebody that you raised and took care of, even when you made mistakes, to respect you, and for her to be so argumentative and think that because whatever she says happened to her was so bad, she doesn't have to respect her mother? I don't like this lady. I do not like her. And like I said, the greatest thing that happened with this interview is that she is not bringing her ass back, because I don't want to see that. Now, I would love to see them resolve issues, but I feel like this chick wants to be her mama. I feel like she thinks that she's better than her mother. And I think her sole purpose on this show, she really was dumb enough to think that they will fire Jackie and hire her because she's just that damn delusional. She said on Carlos King that she's not delusional, but what she proved is she is in fact a delusional cuckoo patty nut. Now, she is definitely like Jackie, but Jackie does not come off as cuckoo as her. Something is definitely wrong with this lady. Now, I know she said she had an aneurysm. Maybe that's part of it, but my advice to her is to stay the hell away from these interviews. Stop giving these interviews because she's making herself look like an idiot. She blamed Jackie for every single thing. She told us Jackie was doing whatever she said that she couldn't clearly articulate because it was still adding up to be 0. So I'm not understanding why this idiot decided to call Carlos, y'all. And she's a clout chaser because she called Carlos a week after it happened to try to go on Carlos's platform. Now, why do you think she's out here clout chasing, which she obviously don't have a publicist because she made a complete idiot out of herself? Now, isn't this so crazy that this is a black ass girl and she doesn't understand that this is not behavior that we like? We don't portray, we don't like stuff like this. Maybe this is the white side of her because we know that her grandmother was white. I don't identify with this bullshit that she's doing with her mother, even if her mother was the worst mother in the world. Because, honey, it's a way that you can say what it is you need to say. But you called your mother so many bitchs that I couldn't keep up with it. And then you have the nerves to say, Jackie tried to hit you upside your head. Girl, listen, if I was your mama, I would have went to jail, honey, because I would have beat the out of you. Okay. So y'all, like I said, we're gonna have to go on live to talk about this because it was a 2-hour interview. It was a 2-hour interview. And again, she said a lot of nothing. But another thing she said is she confirms that the treatment between her brother and her sister was identically different, because what she did say is her and her brother got the exact same. So it seems like you did get something way more than a lot of people. And allegedly they're saying that she didn't tell Carlos this, but what I'm hearing is she slept with a relative's husband. I don't know if y'all heard that. Now that's alleged, but that's what I've been hearing. But this is a complete piece of trash. She is trash. I don't like her. all the times that I saw Jackie on the show, I've never heard or saw Jackie say anything bad about her. So it's kind of disheartening to see your own child, and she ain't my child, but I'm just saying, a mother to have her child go on national TV and drag her own damn mother and then say, you came on the show as if you were trying to fix it. No, honey, you wouldn't bring that to a reality show. So that is another lie. Then she goes on to say, Jackie asked her to be on the show, and as if, it was Jackie's responsibility because she forced her to come on the show. And then she goes on to say, oh, but I was paid, I was compensating. This bitch lied so much to the point that I'm just like, I just don't like Chantel. Like, I don't like her personality. I don't like her entitled behavior. I don't, her vibes are way off. And unfortunately, I wish Carlos would have really asked her the questions that needed to be asked instead of sitting there acting afraid, feeling like you have to appease people that ask to come on your platform. There's a way to do everything. Now, the way Chantel feels about her mother, nobody else felt like that. Now, we're not saying that Jackie is no perfect ass person. We're only saying one thing. You are a disrespectful, out of order girl. That's it. That's all we're saying. But she doesn't seem to understand that. If y'all watch the interview, she references herself multiple times as a married woman. She wants Jackie life so bad that it is eating her ass up. And that's it, y'all. That's all. We're going to have to do a live and go through this because it is so much. Like I said, it was a 2-hour interview, and there will be no way that I can recap it in 15 or 20 minutes.
Nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit